Hey guys, I wanted to do my final thoughts on the SENA PRISM camera and overall impressions of it compared to the GoPro. First, I want to say I do not own a GoPro, and I'm just comparing my opinion based on what I've seen on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So my first sort of what I like to say is they did like a really good job with the advantages you get with the SENA PRISM. I don't know if you can see the reflection here. The SENA PRISM and what the fuck? They're just getting louder as I'm talking, like it's so annoying. You guys can't hear it because I turned my audio of the outside down quite a bit. Anyway, these dogs are loud as shit. Anyway, what was I gonna say? They did a great job with pricing the product exactly where it needs to be for I think for their strategy to work to push this product out because on the SENA S10 or 20 or whatever it's called, the one that's detached, that's just the communication device, works so well that it sold. That's basically what sold this camera for me because I knew it would pair with this camera and I knew that it would work, and I know their product is super reliable and just works really well, and you can control it from the app from your phone, you can control it from the outside, which by the way is super annoying. It's like you got two buttons and you're sitting there trying to do it, and it's, I don't know, maybe I just have a slow brain, but I just couldn't do it, and I had to go to my phone to set it up. Anyway, it's just like it's here's what I'll say. It's like in that way, it's really good. Um, just it has a low profile. It doesn't get seen as much as the GoPro. It works really well with the communication. The sound is great. You can actually have two people talking on Cena's and it records the other person's voice really clearly. Having said that, I do wish that their strategy was to say, because here's what they kind of say and what actually happens with this camera. They say, okay, it's a $250 camera with all these accessories and the mounts. By the way, mounts are great. That was done really well. Minor annoyance though is that, sorry, I'm rambling on and going off into different directions, but I feel I have to cover a lot of this since I'm doing a kind of review of it. Um, the mounts, or sorry, when you get the box, not everything that you need to know about the camera is in that box, and you have to go to YouTube. I had to go to YouTube. I had to go to external websites to find kind of all the information on how to get everything set up. By the way, it's super easy. It's just annoying that it wasn't all in the box for me. So I think that just a minor annoyance. You can absolutely super easily set it up. It took me, and I'm dumb. I'm a dumb person, and it took me like 30 minutes to do it, to get everything functioning properly and have it set up ready to go. So in that respect, it's super easy, but just minor annoyance that the box did not come with everything I felt that I needed to just strap everything on and understand how it works. I had to go to various sites to figure that out. Now, back to the camera function and its quality. As you can see, this image while I'm standing still is really good. Even after after YouTube compression, everything goes to crap. But um, here's what happens: the GoPro says its top quality is 1080, 60 frames per second. So when I bought this camera, I thought, okay, this camera does 1080, 30, but I don't care that much about having 60 frames. Problem with that is it's not just 60 frames. It's also this camera takes in less just data. Like it just can't. It's not as sharp. You know, those 30 frames when you watch a GoPro 30 frames and you watch this. This is not. It holds a candle to the GoPro, but it's not as good. Just the quality is not as good. So if you're gonna use it as like a straight up action camera, like for sports and like really fast moving action, maybe go with the GoPro. I mean, like again, I really like this product and I think it was priced appropriately and I think their strategy works for them. But compared to the GoPro, it's just like it's not, even if you take the GoPro 1080 30 frames per second, it just looks better, you know what I mean? This camera is just not as good as the GoPro. So what sold me was they're kind of like the idea that all I was missing out on is I'd be paying like $200 or $300 less, but all I would be getting With a GoPro, this was what I thought was 30 frames less at 1080p, but that's not necessarily true. It is, the GoPro is just a higher quality camera. It just captures all this detail a lot better than this camera does. I feel like I would have been a lot more satisfied if they had said, okay, our SENA PRISM camera is going to do 60 frames, or 1080 60 frames per second, and is going to match all the qualities of a GoPro, instead of doing this $250. You feel like you're paying less and getting a lot more. But here's the thing: you are getting for $250, you're getting really damn close to what you would be getting to if you had a system of, like, let's say a SENA and a GoPro, and you had to integrate them with wires or whatever to get it all to work, or however people do that. That's why I got this camera, because it's so simple. You just have your SENA, you pair it with your camera, and it works. With a GoPro, I don't know what I would have to do to get a microphone set up. And you go to your app and you set up the options to get everything to work really fast. So I don't know what it entails to set up a GoPro, but I wish they would have said, or I just wish they would come out with a camera that would just be comparable to the GoPro realistically. Even if they said 1080 30 frames per second, but actually give me that image quality, because it's not really there. I really don't think it is. By the time when I look at other YouTubers' footage, and then I look at mine after YouTube compression, and I render everything at the highest possible setting to retain that quality, it still turns out like when I'm going through like a forest, all the green and the bushes, they just merge. Everything just turns to kind of like this mush, pixelated mush, and it's not really pleasant to look at. So there's that. It's just like you got to realize that you're getting really close. Your system is getting really close to what you would get with a GoPro if you integrated all that, but you just you're not really getting like the full thing. So I mean, if you're gonna use this for straight up action type thing, I would say get a GoPro, which I'm going to get probably in the future if I enjoy doing these motovlogs and videos and tennis videos or whatever. I'm going to probably move on to a GoPro. But having said that, I think, it's a great product for what they're, considering how well it works, and its reliability, and it's. By the way, I've had the SENA Prism in full rain without the waterproof kit, and it was nothing happened to it. And I've obviously the SENA communication set, whatever it's called, S10 or S20, I can't remember what the thing is. I've always had it in rain, and I've dropped my helmet and all this kind of stuff, and it just does not. It's a solid product. For $250 for the camera and then $200 for the communication, you're paying about $500 for this. A really, really, really solid product. But as far as like if you want to push you're just not gonna get the same thing out of this as you are with a GoPro. You're not just losing that 30 frames per second at the highest quality. You're losing a lot of image quality with this SENA Prism. So that's pretty much just my opinion. Well, it's not my opinion. The image quality is definitely better with a GoPro, but that's just, I just wanted to do like a review, like my final thoughts and review of this product. I love it. I would give it like maybe, I'd say 8.5 out of 10. Like, let's say if you were going to do SENA and camera, what was I going to say? Review of them together, like an 8.5, but like SENA alone, like a 10. Out of all the communication products, it is definitely the best. The SENA alone, 10, and then combine both, if you're going to get both as your action camera type of setup, I'd give it a little bit less, because it's not comparable, but you are paying a lot less, so you kind of gotta remember what you're willing, what you are willing to spend on this. So that's kind of all I wanted to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you make your purchase, because I love it, but I am definitely going to have to, if I continue to enjoy doing motovlogging and all this kind of stuff, I'm definitely going to have to invest in a GoPro. I mean, there's just no way around it. I wish these guys would come out with a camera and it just make a camera that's comparable, no matter what the price is. If they can just make a really good camera that is just like the GoPro with the functionality of how the SENAs work and their reliability, I would definitely say, oh my God, I would go SENA all day. You know, it's just kind of sad that the only thing they have on the market right now is this camera. I wish they had something I could pay more money for and just get more of more quality out of it. These ducks I thought it would be kind of cool to stare at ducks while I'm doing this thing, but then they just got loud and I saw them shitting the whole time, and it just kind of they just ruined everything with their yelling. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be making more videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and bye.